Good afternoon. Today is the 1st of August and it's time for our August 2025 channel update. So July 2025 was actually a time that there was a big increase in the number of subscribers and views on the videos that I put up. And so if you are new to the channel, then welcome. Probably most of you would have come through the Festival Exceptional footage I did, an 8-part shambolic shuffle, which was liked and derided at the same time. A lot of people complaining about we don't talk about my channel, which has been the same since we started in September 2018. I put warnings in and people don't read them. What more can I say? Anyway, I'm glad that most of you seem to enjoy it. It's a lot of hard work getting about it. It's very, very far from here. It's over 3 hours most of the time from here to get up there. I have to stay there a couple of days because it's a very, very long day for me, because it takes something like 5 to 6 hours to do all the filming that I do. Some people don't want to see that. They want to see I drive a classic or Lot 26 cars or whatever. That's fine. There was a place, as far as I'm concerned, for everyone to make their own videos of that event or any event that somebody wants to do, because we all do it differently, and that's the joy of YouTube and different perspectives on things. So thank you for everybody who appreciated that. The figures have obviously massively changed since the beginning of the month, where I was sort of getting concerned that we would ever get back to where we were previously, because YouTube has experienced, for some reason, over the last few months, a very, very big downturn in sort of views and subscribers and things like that. It's not just my channel, it's lots of others as well. I've been speaking to various people who run alternative channels, and they've had the same experience as I have, which is fine. We've all kept going, and we just had to sort of sit it out, really, which has been a bit frustrating, but never mind. We're sort of back to some more reasonable figures now, which is good. So we will be continuing this month with a lot of such shambolic shuffles. Tomorrow I'll be going off to Roverfest, which is the first one that's happened since 2022. Unfortunately, unlike last time that I went, where I had a Rover to take, I do not. So we're going to have to go in Nissan Sunny, which is, fine, I suppose. It doesn't really matter, does it? But they actually have a special category for other cars at Roverfest. So I don't know if you've got a Triumph, we've got a Morris or something like that. Or if you've got a Nissan, apparently, or a Ford. So that's what I'm going to be going in. This video will be coming out to the majority of you kind of way after that event has happened and the footage has gone up. So I don't know why I'm telling you all this anyway. But, since it's actually chronologically, the videos, it starts tomorrow, then there we go. We'll also be going to an event called Mismatch at the Hatch at Brands Hatch, which I think is an attempt to actually create an event that's a bit like Festivally Unexceptional, but in the south of England. Now, one of my viewers was also at the Bromley Pageant of Motoring, which was the day after Festival Unexceptional, and he said to me, "Why didn't you do both?" I was like, I was almost dead after doing 5-6 hours of filming, and then of course I've got to do hours of editing to put all 8 parts together. Then I'd have to drive for hours and hours to get to the Bromley Pageant, which actually this year was in Ardingly, which is down in Sussex, because the Mayor of London, who is not a friend of the channel, has decreed that that is something that he doesn't want to happen in Bromley, because you'd be charging people every single time they went in an enormous amount of money to take their cars in for one day of the show, which I understand why they would not want to hold an event which requires people to do that. On the whole, obviously cars that are after 2006 roughly for petrols, and those before 1985 are absolutely fine, but a lot of cars are not in that category. So they are full foul of legislation, which obviously we don't talk about, which also do. And so basically they've had to move the entire event. if that event had been on another weekend, I would have gone to it, because I used to do, you know, some good videos there. They were very kind to us at Bromley Pageant Motoring. I did several years there. But because if you run them both on the same weekend, then I suppose if you're kind of energetic and you're just exhibiting a car, it's fine. You just drive one to the other. But if you're doing hours and hours of filming, plus ending up with hours and hours of editing, and then you've got to do more hours and hours of filming, which is kind of like, how do I explain this? The Bromley Pageant's actually bigger than Festival Exceptional. There's more cars there. So the idea that somebody can kind of actually have the stamina to do both, and that is, I think it would be in 2 days, somewhere approaching 17 to 18 parts, which is absolutely mad. If physically it might be possible, but sort of, in terms of my temper, I don't think I could do it. Even I have a limit, viewers, and this is a person who, in November, I'll be doing 21 to 22 parts over 3 days at the NEC Classic Car Show. So, even I have a limit of what I can do. So, yeah, I have to pace myself sometimes and just decline various events because they're just not convenient to do. Which, I don't know, a lot of you won't even be bothered by what I'm saying, you probably don't care, but for those of you who do ask questions like that, that is the answer. The other thing is that we're going to be, I think, looking at doing Rustival as well, which will be happening at the end of August. I booked for that event in February, so I definitely am coming to that, and we're bringing the Sunny, because I can't possibly miss that. I missed the first one, which was in March 2024, because I was out of the country in Morocco. So I was out of the country, and I was quite sad about that. They actually booked the event at the British Motor Museum after I'd already booked the trip to Morocco. So that's why I didn't attend the first one. The second one I did attend, and it was brilliant. I really enjoyed it. So I made sure that the third one, I didn't book anything else. Unfortunately, that's meant I can't go to something else that I normally go to on that weekend. So it works both ways. But I made sure I got everything ready. Lots of you will be coming to Rustival at the end of the month. And I do hope that you very, very much enjoy the footage that I'll be taking. And we won't be on the stage or anything because I haven't honestly been asked, and it's not something I would expect to happen to me anyway. But also, I've got to get round. It's about 7 parts, Rustival. It's around 7, and so it's quite a lot of filming. It's just one less than Festival Exceptional. So that is quite a lot going on. And it's not necessarily kind of, just a little event. It's a big deal, Rustival. So that's what will be happening. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else attending. Yes, the British Motor Show, which is in Farnborough, that happens about the same time as Mismatch at the Hatch. I think I'm going to go to one on one day and one on another day. The fortunate thing about doing that, actually, is that they're relatively close together in terms of the sort of geographical distance. They're not like Bromley Pageant and Festival Exceptional. And so, as far as I remember it, I haven't filmed it for a while, but it's not actually that bad to do. It's okay. It's about maybe 6 parts. Mismatch of a Hatch, I haven't got a clue. I really don't know. And so one of them will have to go after the other. I think Mismatch of a Hatch, because it's a new event, is going to have to go up first, I think. I might change my mind and go on, for Friday to British Motor Show, because I go on Friday or Sunday. I don't really know at the moment. One of the two. So you'll be seeing that, and then we'll be sort of booking events in sort of September as well. But what I'm doing at the moment is, apart from just doing slightly shambolic shuffles, which a lot of you do like, and some people say they don't like them, which is fine. You don't have to watch them. You don't watch anything, rather than say you don't like something. Why just don't watch it? That's probably my advice, because the person who made the video doesn't really need to know that you don't like it. They can't do anything about that. So don't say anything, maybe. So yeah, we'll be booking things in for sort of September. I'm getting sort of a nice content bank ready for when I'm not doing slightly shambolic jobs. I do it all the time. So I spent some time in Dudley doing some filming. I've done 6 cars this week. I need to edit a bit more. We'll also actually as well be a video at some point in the next month about the car we bought to replace the Sanion we got written off on the 27th of June. It got written off. So there'll be a video about that we bought to replace it. And we'll be continuing with the top 10 best-selling cars, very vague vlogs, probably no budget reviews at some point as well. I have recorded an episode of Sensible Secondhand Classics on a car that I've been trying to film for a long time, so I do hope you enjoy all of those. Hopefully the driving around here is going to be a bit better, because there's been some terrible driving around here today in Hampshire. I don't quite know why everyone's going a bit crazy, but there we go. Anyway, we'll continue to try to be sensible. Thank you to all who've subscribed during the last month. Thank you to all the channel members who are incredibly helpful to everything we do and make it possible. Thank you just everyone who's just watched. That's the most important thing. You watch the videos all the way through and you like them, leave a comment below. And we will see you again in September for, I suppose, more of the same.